Hey everybody, this is Robius5991 here with Online Nights, and today I have another Halo 4 Forge map showcase to share with you all. So today's map is entitled Our Daily Bread, and it is accompanied with the game type Hungry Disciples, both of which have been submitted to us by Trocity. So this is actually, I've got to say, one of my favorite linear progression flood maps in Halo 4 so far. As you can see, the map is built on the canvas of Impact, and the entirety of it all takes place inside a bread factory. I thought that this was a pretty unique theme for a map because most of these flood maps have to do with a decaying area of sorts. A bread factory is really something that you would not logically associate with zombie survival, and I guess that's one of the other points that makes it so cool. Anyways, here's how the map starts off. All the humans are going to have entered the bread factory in this area, and right away the flood are going to have the height advantage over them, and are going to be dropping down and trying to slaughter them all. As you saw there, the humans are going to progress up this little inclined area and towards the atrium, which is going to be a little further off down the hallway. Throughout almost the whole match, the flood are going to have a consistent height advantage over the humans in different areas, and this really does help balance the game type out. Trocity has done an amazing job at setting up his line of sight breakers just flawlessly, I've got to say. The gameplay on this is amazing. The humans are always on their toes because the flood, even though you have a good idea where they're coming from, you never know at what moment they're going to strike. So they have so many different spots to come through thanks to his very well set up teleporter system that you really have to stick as a team if you plan on surviving. Anyways, as you go throughout the map, as you saw back there was an auto sentry because you can pick up a nice variety of weapons and a few armor abilities, mainly auto sentries, to help defend your area. You're never going to want to stray away from the team because in that sense you are going to get picked off by the flood. What I seem to have learned while playing this is the fact that you do not want to lose any humans at the beginning, because even if you lose a few humans right off the bat, it's going to make your first holdout area a lot harder if you really don't have the manpower to hold it. There are multiple different areas you can go to hold this atrium area before the door blows open. So one of those is right above the door, which has a turret in there. Although, as you're going to see a little bit later on, there's all these upper scaffoldings where the flood are going to spawn and all these different conveyor belts where the bread boxes are going. And that's really where the flood have their advantage, because as you can see up here, they can just dive down for almost anywhere. And they have lots of different line of sight breakers that allow them to get rather close to the humans before they can even strike. So overall, it really makes it for a hectic and terrifying experience while also being very competitive for a flood map, and that's what I really enjoyed. We tried multiple different strategies every time, and this always forced the humans to really work as a unit, as a team, if they plan on surviving. And when they successfully did so, it forced the flood to become creative. We had to come up with different strategies for trying to ambush the humans, stuff that we wouldn't necessarily try on a regular basis, and every once in a while it would work and we would just be able to take them out. As you see here, we are progressing through the map because this doorway has finally opened, and now it is a race against the clock. So what you're going to want to do is, with this last little time, grab any weapons you can. Be wary of the flood because as you're going through this area, they yet again have the height advantage through a different zone. And by the time your door is open, they have already gotten their teleporters ahead of time, and they are already waiting to wipe you guys out. So you're going to want to stick as your squad. Like I said before, do not leave anybody behind if you can help it, or do not have anybody charging ahead, because those will be the stragglers and they will be eliminated. So what you're going to want to do, once again, stay as a team and try to make it to that end zone, because once you make it there, you can actually go into the back and hold out. Anyways, this is the atrium area once again, just to give you like a little bit of a overview of the area. It's actually a pretty large zone with multiple different pathways you can take to hold out, so I'm not going to show all of it, but just to give you a general idea of it all. And here they are once again progressing through this area like I was showing earlier. You're going to want to stay back because the flood will have the timed advantage. They will be able to pop down before you. If they're smart, they'll wait on top and try to ambush you as you run by. Right in there is actually where there's a rocket launcher. It's a very dangerous spot though because the flood can just drop right on top of you. But like I was saying, it's really just a hectic, amazing, competitive flood experience. As you saw up there, that was actually where the flood were spawning and dropping down from above. There are multiple different areas to do that from. And this whole lower zone really just leads to this backed up area, which is what your real goal is. This final zone here is kind of a slaughter hallway because if not effectively taken by the humans, you will get wiped out. And you're only going to have a few people in this back room, which is where your daily bread is hidden. I believe that at a certain timer, the door will close on you, but you know, you have to have no one in the way and you got to be able to hold a position. So as you saw here, the humans were easily getting overrun by the flood just because of the sheer numbers. You could see he has this wonderfully set up teleporter system that first of all has a few line up one after the other, and as they progress, the more important ones come forward just to really make it more specific as to which direction you want to go in. And anyways, this is a little thing I really liked, was that the bread boxes are just going to slide down as you go through that doorway. That's a very fun timed event. Doesn't really add anything to gameplay. It's just a beautiful aesthetic touch and really brings you into the environment. And for that, I gotta thank Trocity, because he did such a great job with this map. I had so much fun playing this, and I intend on playing it quite a few more times from now because it's just so much fun. And I highly suggest you guys go and download this. Anyways, these are all the players I want to thank for helping us test out this map. Thank you guys so much for your time. We really appreciated it. This has been RoadBS5991 here with Online Nights. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. If you want to submit your own maps, check the video entitled The Honorary Night System, which will be linked at the end of this video, I should say. And if you guys are into flood maps and such, check out the link at the bottom for the BIOC page, because Trocity is part of this BIOC group, which they play and test flood maps, and it's anything to do with flood. So, I will link it in the bottom there. Go check them out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.